finisher. Wins the match.
Yeah, he's telling them that. You want me to tell him? Yeah.
All right, now we're going to bring our resident expert, Ike Anderson, the pride of Appalachian State, in the house. I'm just going to, the New York, you like New York, you like App State, you like Popeyes. We're good to go.
Right now, Coach Frazier is explaining to the referees that if the top man, if the score is 0-0, they're not supposed to bring him up. And even though that U.S. won that match because of that, you're supposed to keep if the score is 0-0, the bottom guy is supposed to stay down until the entire 30 seconds up. The whole idea is for the top man to score. So that's what he was explaining to the referees between that bout.
So technically, if it was that call was incorrect to bring him up for the last.
Correct.
10. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Now we're going to bring up Cheney Haight and Sunny Ma of China. Cheney Haight, Sun-Kissed Kids champion. Another one of those Northern Michigan kids. Like, these guys are everywhere. Sunny Ma was 5th in the Olympic Games, so this is a big match for Cheney Haight. In the red for the United States, Sunny Ma of China, here at 84 kilos. The United States has won 3 matches. I believe they picked up a forfeit with Glenn Garrison, so I don't believe the international scoring is in place anymore, Ike. If you want to put the headphones on, you can, so you can hear what I'm saying. I don't know how loud it is, but how's that?
Awesome.
That's awesome. So,
Matt 2, Anton lost.
The Japanese referees got nice head and arm throw-by attempt by Ma. No points can be scored here. 1:15 remaining here in the first period. At 84 kilos, Cheney Haight of the United States in the red. Sunny Ma of China in the blue. Here in the early going, you're watching the 2010 Kit Carson Cup presented by USA Wrestling with our main man, Ike Anderson, with us on the call here. He's the czar of everything Greco at USA Wrestling, at least in my part of the building. So we see you more than we see Frazier. So so I can pick Ike's brain about Greco-Roman anytime I want.
Yes, you can. And as you can tell here, Jake, you
can scoot over. I don't have cooties, Ike.
Yes, you do. The guys are pummeling for a position here, but the 30 seconds minutes ran out. Now it's 30 seconds.
So in this case, Cheney Haight will have to lock in the top position in parterre. He needs to score or else he will give up a point. This is what happens in the first 90 seconds. And Ike, I feel like I've got to explain these rules to pretty much everybody every match just because they are somewhat intricate based on what it used to be.
Yes, you are correct.
Now, how is it different coaching this type of style, with these rules? Because, you maybe it's less conditioning or it's certain positions are more effective to score because you have more time to set them up. I mean, what's the rule changes been from a developmental coaching standpoint?
It's been really difficult because now you're teaching kids not to wrestle, and the most important position now is the top and bottom position because we're not getting a lot of people doing things. It's really tough in a minute to score a point on your feet. So it's become less of a technical sport, more of a pushing, and let's wait for a parterre and hope we can turn the guy.
Well, back up to our feet with 8 seconds to go. Haight's going to have to score. Cheney Haight from Utah, just a kid that's battled. High dive attempt, was a runner-up at the Olympic trials in 2008. So that first period is going to go to Sunny Ma.
And again, the referee...
Big throw over on the other mat, you kind of heard.
Yeah, and again, in my point, the referee shouldn't have brought him up. These are very young officials out here from the U.S., and they're not seasoned veterans, and they're making some little mistakes, and it could cost a wrestler a match or two.
Well, that's also why we're having matches like this early in the season, right?
Correct. Not only for the athletes, but also for the officials.
Probably do them at the end of the broadcast. Gary Abbott's jumped in with us before, and we kicked it off with that. Ike Anderson joining us now.
And as you can notice here, Cheney's doing one of the best techniques the U.S. tries to do is what we call a 2-on-1. And what he's trying to do is control his opponent so that he can either push him out or take him down. And he just got headlock. Reverse headlock. Oh, maybe.
Leg foul?
Leg foul on China.
Wow. I got to say, this is probably the most calls I've ever seen go the United States way. And we're here in our first duel. Got some blood we got to take care
Got a little
of.
blood time.
We got a big one coming up next, too, Ike. We're going to see the return of Justin Ruiz.
Correct. Yes. And as everyone knows, Justin Weiss was a 2005 bronze medalist and one match away from being on the 2008 Olympic team.
Adam Wheeler, the guy who beat him out for the spot, who had zero success against Ruiz earlier in his career, ends up taking a bronze that year. So,
yes, and that just shows you some of the depth that we have in the U.S. in weight classes. We're starting to be like other countries where sometimes it doesn't matter which guy goes. As long as we prepare our athletes, we can be successful. So that's a good thing for U.S. wrestling. It was disappointing for Justin, I know.
Although, have you gone into Frazier's office and seen the picture of Adam Wheeler? See, those of you back home, you don't know what we're talking about. But basically, because Frazier has this wall of champions, and it's a very impressive thing with all the medalists and everybody in Greco that he's coached or been involved with, including himself. But see, Adam Wheeler has yet to come in and actually take a picture. So Adam Wheeler drew a picture of himself, and I wish we could bring it up on screen, but I can give you instructions on how to do it. You take a pen and a piece of blank paper, you draw a circle, you draw a line and two arms, and basically draw a stick figure, and you've got Adam Wheeler. It's on the wall of champions. Anyway, we're back to action.
Yes.
3 points went to
China. The call was reversed.
Call was reversed. I'm sorry. Sanyi Ma. Sorry, I'm trying to do 900 things. Whoa! Wow!
Again,
that was slick.
awesome, great technique there. Inside leg trip.
And that's going to end the period. So 3-3-1. So it's going to be 7-0, and that's going to end it. Did they give him the one for the hold, Ike? I did not.
No, they didn't. 3 3-point moves and two
3-pointers.
Yes, ends the period. And as I said, a couple of people say it was an inside trip, but that was actually a great technique. The Chinese guy had what we call a reverse headlock, and he took both of his knees and he stepped inside of Cheney's thighs, and that's legal as long as he didn't hook him and took him to his back, which was